I would like to begin, first of all, by as sort of an introduction into the presentation of the congregational directions themselves, to review the process that we have used over the past couple of years in order to come up with the directions that are now before us. Because the process and the outcome has been a bit different than what we have become used to in our more recent general chapters. So the first stage in the preparation of the congregational directions actually began 3 years ago, in June of 2009. At that time, the generalate, the members of the generalate, the general council, and the secretaries and coordinators, the officials of the generalate, in our annual meeting with the 4 zone coordinators, began a review of the previous general chapters, especially the 16th general chapter, and exchanged some ideas on how we wanted to prepare for the 17th general chapter. We are using the results of the previous 2 general chapters, the chapter in 2000 and the chapter in 2006, as the vision and mission statement for the society. We talk a little bit about prophetic dialogue and how that fits in with the more recent documents on mission by the Universal Church. That our participation in mission, especially through prophetic dialogue, in the situation where we find ourselves today, demands that we constantly try to discern, to read the signs of the times, to see where God is calling us to participate in God's mission. And it seems that especially in our world today, we are called to participate in terms of bridging, building bridges across divides in the various places where we work throughout the world. And then finally, the introduction points out that these are meant to be priorities for the whole congregation, priorities for the whole society for the coming 6 years, and that they will need to be reflected in the action plans of the zones, first of all, and then of each individual province, region, and mission. So we're talking now on the level of the congregational priorities, but those will then have to be reflected in our activities in some way in each of our local areas. The final paragraph also points out, very importantly, that these are priorities for the coming 6 years. It doesn't mean that the other work that we are engaged in, that we have been engaged in for a long time, is not important. We continue with the activities that we have been doing, but these are sort of what we feel are especially important now to give direction and focus to our work in the coming 6 years. Priorities both ad extra is the second part of the document then priorities ad intra in terms of our intercultural life together. And then finally, on page 7, a very brief conclusion that states our commitment to these priorities in response to God's call to participate in Missio Dei.